So I like artists that can actually spit acapella. So this is the point of everything. I mean, eventually I want artists to feel comfortable with spoken word and get to that point where, somebody come up and walk up to an artist and say, hey, can you spit something? It has to be off top, right? So yeah, I want to get comfortable doing this like once a month. So if you guys, want to come through or make it a regular thing, please do. So first up we had Keisha.
Yer.
We had Hakeem.
Yer.
Lil Keisha.
Yer.
Danielle. Darian. Kai. Twitch. Drew. And Xavier. I'm gonna bring the first artist up.
I'll take.
We got Keisha. Where you from?
I don't know if we got no cups. We got cups?
That's all it is.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we got cups back there. We got them.
Well,
Where's Lazy at?
here we go. So,
Take all of it.
I'm gonna open it up to you guys really quick. I'm gonna have y'all vote for me, okay? And then either do either feminist or nasty.
Feminist.
Y'all ain't helping, okay? Nasty. We'll start with nasty. Why not? This is one I've never read before. So it's called Can I Tell You the Secret? So the inspiration behind this was quarantine, and let's just say I was a little frustrated. So this is what came of it. I fantasize about the last time I let you play with my lips that smile secretly, when I allowed you to caress me in places only your eyes can see. When we let our limbs become entangled like the curls in my hair, letting the sweat fall down my back as you enter me from behind. Damn, I loved your back shots. Maybe you could do it like that one more time? I know you were surprised to see the grip between these thighs was real, that the intensity in my eyes is what you feel. With each grip and each twist in my hips, as I run my fingertips up and down your spine, praying that your body never leaves the safety of being inside mine. So baby, can I tell you a secret? Sometimes when I'm sitting and smiling, I'm thinking of the last time I let you eat it. How you had my body convulsing like I was in shock, and baby, you know I was. I'm still shook by how you and only you can make my body rock in ways I've never felt when you came inside and made my body melt all over you, seeping into you, becoming one with you, kissing me, touching me. Damn, I never wanted to stop breathing in all that sweetness. That is you. So baby, let me tell you a secret. Nobody hit it like you hit it. You make me want to say, fuck this independent shit, I'm gonna give you some kids. Nah, let me slow down. Let me slow down a bit. Baby, you want some tacos? Or how you like your pussy for breakfast? Easy, served up with something sweet? I can do that. Let me throw it back on you, fuck you back to sleep. I promise, I want it all. I'm not just talking breakfast. So you still running, or you coming to get this? Why have cake if you can't eat it? And I want you to have all this. So eat it up, baby. I promise you're gonna enjoy every bit of it.
Talk your shit.
That's Keisha. Hakeem, I know I was calling you third brother, but I know you're gonna be ready off the top. So let's get Hakeem up to it. Welcome to the stage.
What's going on, y'all? How you feeling? Hey. I'm glad to be in the business. I like to watch the audience's faces when I get called on stage, because usually when they hear the name Hakeem Furious, they're expecting a brother from the Nation of Islam mixed with the Mortal Kombat character. I'd be on stage like, Malcolm X would be here today if it wasn't for finish him. Fatality. I'm a poet, but I'm a comedian too, so come check out some jokes.
Yeah, bring that too, bro.
The saying that creeps come out at night is not a myth. It's 100% true, filled with sleepwalk stalkers, PM peeping toms, the horny and the homeless. I work the graveyard shift at a gas station. Zombies come and pay me a visit like they can smell the blood on my hands. If a person cares about community, then they will invest themselves in that community. Ever since I started working for the petroleum industry, I've entered people's routines of monotony, daily visits where we develop a relationship with each other. I say good morning as they grunt at me for their coffees and smokes. They track their muddy boots all over my freshly mopped floor and continuously forget what pump they're on. What do you mean you want 15 on the Subaru? There's 6 Subarus here. This hourly wage has turned me into the quiet assailant of death. I sit silently as I make sure the sodas stop selling high fructose corn syrup by the liters. I feel like the government hustling sugar and gas. I'm a therapist's worst enemy, the enabler, making sure the ice cream is stocked so the lonely can eat their feelings. A stoner's artillery filled with snacks to combat their red eyes and munchies. Fluoride in every pack of gum. I sell lottery tickets by the loads. The fiends come and peel the numbers back like they're erasing all the wrongdoing they've ever done. Every shift, a woman comes in and spends a college tuition on crosswords and bingos. I am binge watching this tug of war of you win some, you lose some in this material world. Success is a lottery. You can work harder than anyone else. Cloak yourself with enough hope and good faith, and there won't always be a winning ticket. Sometimes you need to change directions and try a new ride or play the game until there's a big bonanza behind box number 6. My favorite part is the cigarettes, the jump start to a person's day. Marlboro Mondays, new pack of Newports by noon, sometimes selling Camels by the carton, hundreds on your lunch break. It's the American spirit. I listen to people explain why they smoke certain cigarettes because it's healthier for them. This is absurd. It's claiming that your God is the only God, and by the end of the shift, I am fluent in menthol, a premium packaged product for pollution and profit. Philip Morris is literally making a killing. My sleep schedule promotes both insomnia and narcolepsy, but that doesn't get to me. There's nothing I couldn't handle until one day a high school boy walks in, Kleenex skin tone, and buys tea and some candy. His friend, a blunt wrap, and some cigarettes. Don't they know the time bomb they strapped on their chest, angered by the fact in 6 hours there'll be no cause of terror or questioning by the police or interviewing for video footage. Those oblivious boys carelessly escape their assassination. 40-hour work weeks, and nothing is more exhausting than the extinction of my people. It wears on me like a uniform. This convenience store rigor mortis, embalming my spirit with melanin and love, hustling every day until my body becomes fossil fuel.
Whoa. Whoa. My man Hakeem, man, I heard it one time before, this is the second time, bro. Every time. He did. So I'm gonna bring the next speaker up. I keep saying speaker. Next poet. I'm gonna bring up Lakeisha. You nothing. You up next. Everybody welcome Lakeisha to the stage. Give a round of applause.
I don't have a name for this poem yet. I haven't had anything that's really said or feels like it brings it together. So whatever you take from it, you can mean yourself. I prayed for you. Our last encounter I'm not the most proud about. I actually feel a lot of shame about it. That I allowed someone to come back into my life that I labeled as love. Shame that I ever allowed someone to come back and make me believe that the minimum was something, that the presence was everything, that the manipulation was normal. Shame that I ever doubted myself. Shame that I loved before I was ready. Shame that I pointed the finger at myself and became up short and angry that I didn't know better. Or maybe I did. Yet, I still chose not to do better. But I pray for you. And even though it didn't end the way that I needed it to, or wanted it to, or that it should have, I still know you. And regardless of how many times you may try to tell yourself that the connection wasn't there, or just try to play it down like it was just chemistry,
You ain't called nobody, bro.
I know you. When you think of me on your loneliest nights, do you ever wonder why? That no matter how many times you try to replace me with the things that you promised me, nothing ever really seems to measure up, huh? So as my phone rings and the DMs being and the different numbers start coming through, all I can do is place my phone on Do Not Disturb. And since I'm no longer available to be there to save you, I give it up to God and pray for you. You see, I was beginning to see the patterns repeat themselves, so I had to walk away, and I pray that you can too. I pray that you find healing, and I pray that you find forgiveness. I pray that you find happiness, love, and everything you've ever needed, even if that means without me. Desire is a crazy thing. It can lead you down a path of running from the wrong things, valuing the wrong people, losing yourself in the midst of just trying to live. So I pray for you, Black man, because I know it's hard to love in a world that's never loved you. And I know that it's hard to look into my eyes and to see the depth of the love that I offer you and not believe it. So I pray for you. And I pray you find healing, and I pray you find peace.
Give it up for Lakeisha. Come on, y'all can clap. Good job. All right, we're going to let you intermission. Shall we say, anytime. Every is cold. Every song. Be on point. So yes, the next spoken word artist, rapper, / I want to say that nigga. My nigga, Darian. This is my boy, so we go back quite a bit. So, I didn't know he knew how to spit until about 3 or 4 years ago. But he's good. So when you guys listen to him, he got something extra on top of the spoken word too. So y'all come through. Can I get a round of applause for me? Yes.
Hello. I turned something into a song. It started out as spoken word, but I heard a beat and I was like, I gotta make this a song. So I haven't recorded it yet. We rehearsed it 3 times, and we're gonna get to it. Let's do it. Red roses and brown thorns. Another representation of something that's beautiful that'll make you bleed without warning. We used to hold on to it even when our souls were so torn. We used to walk the world with it even when our feet were so warm. Now we walk with power but no direction, similar to those using cold blankets in the winter for protection. Giving us souls that are full of fire and affection, not realizing it's the same the opposite, we live just like conflicted. Too scared to be vulnerable petals, we live just like conflicted. But I get it. is fight. The world teaches love, and it don't teach it right. Let's get through this together. Just come through tonight. So fight for me, she said. If you love me, you'll fight for me till you're dead. Fight for me, she said. If you love me, you'll fight for me till you're dead. Fight for me. If you love me, you'll fight for me. Fight for me. If you love me, you'll fight for me. She possesses the power of the universe but only sees perfection. But even the soul blindness of it saw its own reflection. She would stare at floating rocks and see bright lights in the distance, hoping she would like and think she was different. Until one day, a rock showed her was different than others. It stood in the stand, showed her the colors. This is what I remember this funny. She has the power of the sun, and she can't feel the light. All she feels is pain. She just wanna make it right. The world teaches love, but it don't teach it right. Let's get through this together. Just come through tonight. I'll fight for you, he said. I love you, so I'll fight for you till I'm dead. I'll fight for you, he said. I love you, so I'll fight for you till I'm dead. I'll fight for you. I love you, so I'll fight for you. Fight for you. I love you, so I'll fight for you. Man, I'm so conflicted. I don't really get it, but I know I feel it. Tell me who is it? Man, I'm so conflicted, but I don't really get it, but I know I feel it. So tell me who is it? And that's it.
Darren.
He ain't recorded it yet. He has not recorded it yet, so we're gonna get that on track. But yes, how y'all feeling? Feeling good? Yes. So who we bringing to the stage next? I just met him tonight. We chopped it up, and I invited him to the spoken word, and I want y'all to give it up for Drew. Drew's stepping up next. How you feeling, Drew?
You heard me? I was like, hey. What?
Alright, so today we're doing a poem called Rorschach. It is an audible ink blot test. So, alright. Rorschach. A butterfly of black ink. Rorschach. Come, explain me the difference. Define the antonym. Right the wrong. Go left at the right road. Drop a toad in boiling water. Describe the code. Don't go with the show. Don't go where you're told this life is a breeze if you go with the flow. And waters tend to seize when the river flows, sail across frozen deserts. Whether the mirage lies or love crumbles and slips like sand through moist skin. Dig deep and dig within. A human without emotion lacks the motion to raise commotion, drift off like woke waves, afloat and boast, the bust ocean, bust a nut, Pistachio, mustachio must ask you why you continue reading. Who is this faceless man? Why does she continue? Why has she stopped? But why does he carry on? Luggage the size of a hippo's hypocritical mental being floating like psychedelic pixels, a mixture of the picture between the fixtures, fixing hors d'oeuvres, hugging mortars, reclaiming martyrs. Our tears were through cloth and flesh like right here's where the punctuation said. Like a missed period. Stand fast and pause. Ellipsis. The inner cynic is speaking through the live wire. Fingers snap like that of a car tire. Barbells and hotels and poetic walls met with an empathetic fist. Pow! Went the onomatopoeia. Now I will allude to the illusion of an illusion. Mona Lisa smile. Smug. So damn smug. Like when they took the flower from the bed. Like when they took the water from the vase. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Is this closed circuit truly an open mic? Or do these orders of ones and zeros bring heroes the way of north or south? Understand that there was no east and west when you were messing, diddling, be ridding of those that claim fame and those who speak in rhythm. I pity those without the given gift of gap. Are they mad? Yes and no. It is the show. Now are you the boiled frog or the rivers that continue to grow? The hearts or the rocks that continue to grow? A connectionless current not guaranteed. The destination was still free. And with a single purpose in its electron, a negative purpose but one. Close the circuit and open the mic. Close the circuit and open the mic. Pandora's box may lay within. Now I will conclude this poem with the definition of an antonym or the opposite of a synonym or maybe both. Rarsh. Rarsh. The flutter of a butterfly's feather-like wings painted black. Rarsh.
She's convinced, so we're gonna have Danielle come up next and speak her shit, talk her shit.
So I wasn't nervous. I wasn't gonna do it. It wasn't happening tonight. I was like, she's like, oh, it's canceled. I was like, I ain't got nothing. What's the point? I literally called up my brother, and actually, no, I sent him a text message. I was like, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. I can't get up in front of people and tell my story. I don't know them. But in that conversation, he called me. He didn't text me, he called me. And he was like, so what's going on? Why aren't you doing it? I was like, I don't want to, I'm not comfortable. Trying not to say that I was nervous, which till this moment I'm still shaking, I'm still shaking. But he, I guess I have a big support group here. A huge support group, I guess. Hello to new faces. So here's something I literally wrote for 2 minutes. It's short. So that's why my speech is so long. So I'm going to go ahead and just read what I have here for you guys. Dear oppressor, it has been 10,153 days in captivity. You have shown me glimpses of light, then confined me to solitude and darkness. I continue to reach out for sustenance, only to starve. I'm famished. I don't know how much longer I have. Too many have had access to it, taking what was meant for me, draining me of all my resources, never thinking to replace all that has been taken. But for me, to think that it's one-sided, that wouldn't be fair. In a way, I've played my role. That's all I know.
All right. I think we're ready for the next artist. We got my lovely Kai. She is up next. It's her first time. So she's going to do a good job. I heard it earlier. She's going to be fire. All right? Let's get that round of applause up loud. There we go. There we go.
Yo, I'm nervous. Well, like you said, this is my first time speaking, so hope y'all enjoy. If not, I'll just kind of fake it. Tell me who's Thank you. So, love. What is love? What is the meaning of love? Living in a world where sex is free and love costs. That or tricking ourselves if the other would better us, cure us. We've mastered making love without love. Bodies interlocked like the chains on a falsely imprisoned man serving life. Fingers hooked inside of each other's souls, wet. Wet as children during birth, and tears of mothers who are going to give them away. Glorifying toxic, because toxic is dangerous, and dangerous is exciting. This love you created is a mattress tag, a wet floor sign in the Atlantic Ocean. This love is boarded up, windows to the heart, and hoarded emotions. But isn't that the exact reason why storms are named after people? Have you ever made love in a burning coffin? Slowly suffocating, but coming feels better than leaving. Have you ever made love because all you wanted to feel was love? See, this is a love I was conditioned to, that I like too. But this love was like staring at the back of the moon, only to see it shine just as brightly. I remember looking at you for the first time, finally understanding the meaning of the word vulnerable. Having me in a sentimental daze, willing to walk miles to you. And although truth is poison to their love, we continue to drink it. 8. I'm done.
By the way, Darian and Kai, they run the whole operation in Mr. Baby. We're going to be having more events. So, what a beautiful couple.
Shout out to the owners real quick.
Yes, shout out to the owners. Let's get a round of applause. Let's take it up a notch. Yes. All right, so our next artist, we got two more artists in the first round. I've got to tell you guys how voting is going to go. So I'm going to drop a pin on everybody's table. No card, half of one, so we can get the voting started. But we're going to do a second round. But then we're gonna depending on who has a second poem or spoken word, we're going to do one from there. All right. So next up, we got Twizzy. Twizzy is an experienced artist. This man right here has got some dope shit. I heard it earlier. He's off the top of his dome, so. I'm waiting. I want to hear this. What's up, y'all?
What's up? How you doing? Talk your shit.
So I'm Twizzy. I'm from LA. I know a lot of people in the room, but there's a lot of black people. And they told me I was having spoken words, so I had to Get on the mic because they're on the mic. Alright, so I wrote this shit not too long ago. I'm always like constantly writing, so I have no idea. I'm a freestyle rapper, like I freestyle a lot, so like a lot of times I just make shit as I go. So just see how this goes. I call this words. I had a conversation with my grandma. She was like, I'm getting kind of popular in LA, so like she kept hearing, you know, she's old, so she kept hearing like I kept saying nigga. She didn't mind that I cussed on like the shit I was talking about. Like I could talk about fucking, she wouldn't even care like that. But when I say nigga, it like struck her. So I was like, all right, good. So then this dude named Man-Made, he's just a popular producer. He sent me this beat and I was like dwelling on that shit, so I just made this work. Yes.
Let's hear it.
I don't know, probably words. Okay. I take my time with words, no stereotype, just fight the curve. My grandma hates when I say nigga, inside I know it hurts. That's that oppression, flashback moments, I fear her life is stolen. Flashbacks to my grandpa coming home, his eyes were swollen. Fuck happened to you, man? You know the rules, so why'd you force it? You know this world, you ain't supposed to use the white man's toilet. I'm just a nigga, means you're ignorant, you ain't worth shit. So fuck your feelings, boy. All I see is the surface, pain. That's something we all relate to. So tell your kids that skin color will make them all hate you. You're so ungrateful, man. We gave you your rights back. Pulled you over, get out the car, so we can take them right back. I'm tired of niggas, man. Nigga this and nigga that. Matter of fact, nigga, put your hands right behind your back. Don't worry about the charge, right now you just resist arrest. Just worry about your mom and kids that's knee up on your neck, nigga. Just a nigga. That's all, man.
So we got the next artist. He jumped on the lineup. Just got two artists on it. So I didn't know. Well, exactly. So we got another artist before we go into round two. Surprise guest, Xavier, coming to the stage. So give him a round of applause. Let's take that up. Oh, by the way, sorry, my bad. You can tip the cellist at any time he has Venmo. And I didn't bring my phone up. My bad, bro. But I'll get it back next time I'm on stage. But welcome Xavier to the stage.
What's good? My name is Xavier. Stage name Xavier. This poem is called The Incredible Ferrari Boatmobile. Thank you. No, sure. Can you help me? I'm trying to manifest a Ferrari. Running on some zero emission, heal the world type stuff. Painted honeycomb gold to match a brother's soul with black racing stripes drawn to let the world know I get my fly from the bees. And I ride for you. Oh, sure. Can you help me manifest this dope whip so I can take to the streets and the Atlantic? Because this thing, it's going to be a boat too. And I'm going to cruise around and over, across and through the vast deep blue, searching for my roots, my people. Because when I find them, dark body babies swimming laps against the tide, I'm going to be like, what y'all been doing? Swimming for over 400 years before they stop and look at a golden boy on a boat glinting like the sun and say, we've been at peace, ebbing with the tide, rolling with the sea, we've been at peace. Sleeping with the fish, dreaming of your prayers, we've been at peace. As you remember us. And Yemaya, Oshun, they done taken good care of us. So come touch this water, boy, now inextricable from black blood, and see why it's the stuff that flows through those mighty veins of yours. Pulsing like every river is pushing toward the sea, pulsing like every black boy is pushing toward the answers of what it means to be a boy. Thinking about honeycomb gold Ferrari boats, you, black boy, and your dreaming are the manifestation of what we almost were.
Yo, I love telling jokes. It's funny. A lot of people ask me, why did you choose to get into stand-up instead of spoken word? And I'd be completely honest with them, I am in the game for a new set of teeth, you feel me? I'm trying to get some Steve Harveys, some Denzel Finchers, new Pearly Chris Rocks. Fun fact about Denver, a lot of my homeboys want to move to Denver, and I tell them don't move to Denver if you're afraid of wasps. Thank you. Another fun fact about Denver is Denver has the most nonprofits per capita. So that basically means for every square foot, there's a white woman tutoring English language learners by day and gentrifying their neighborhoods by night. It's a vicious cycle. It just goes on and on. I recently been finding out how homophobic my homeboys are, because a lot of them were like, they would never have a threesome with another man, but wouldn't hesitate to run a train on somebody. And I'm just confused about how the math adds up on that. Like, to me, half of sex is audible satisfaction, so nothing would truly make me go harder in the pain than just having my homeboy in the corner cheering me on, Just 5 more pumps, just 5 more pumps, breathe with the stroke. God damn.
Our next spoken word artist that we're going to have up is going to be Drew. And then we have Hakeem, Kai, and Keisha. All right? All right, cool.
This poem is called What a Familiar Feeling It Is Falling Back in Love with You. Yes. Alright, so emotional baggage is something you take with you to every relationship. The baggage claim resides in the soul of your suitor. They with you go through your garments individually and decide whether they're willing to watch you wear it or not. And if they don't like it, it returns to the bag. But see, you can never rid the bag if it's not empty. You wait for it in the carousel of the loving arms of another.
We're going to go back to back. Hakeem, you up next, brother. Off the dome, this kid. You ready? Off the line.
Sorry, said we have 5 minutes on 2 poems. Two poems. 1, 1, 10, 1, 1, 3, 10. All right. For Sunrise, if you don't know Sunrise, look him up. He's a pioneer of the Afrofuturist movement. If you find Earth boring, just the same old same thing, come on, sign up for our Spaceway Incorporated. If you find Earth boring, just the same old same thing, come on, sign up for our Spaceway Incorporated. Me and my niggas put the war in warlock. Spell casting under the solstice, dice game transmutation circles, herbs to ritual fire, mixing potions in the back of a Cadillac, protected by black cats and black gas Our co-star coalitions will dap you up and read your palms. Psalms manifesting molecularly, hexes from my exes or a new magic wand, twisted with tourmaline on onyx grid lines. What is ancestral cannot be fooled with smoke and mirrors. My people defy space and time. Our memories portal jump through our bloodstream. My grandmother could see the future. I was 7. She handed me a notebook and said, "You're going to be a writer." My high school graduation, she gifted me a set of luggage. That's how I ended up in front of you today. We are fulfilling prophecies where I can no longer fetishize my sickness. I must alchemize the venom alkaline, like the way we turn words into money, or spellcast a crowd in less than a minute. If fine, earth, boring, just the same old, same thing. Come on, sign up for our Spaceway Incorporated. If you find Earth boring, just the same old, same thing. Come on, sign up for our Spaceway Incorporated. Actually, that's the first one. After leaving the hypermasculine Hotep woke think tank, I attend the Saraseti lecture because what is better than a lecture than an after party, a get down, a groove session, a little shuck and jive to balance out the fight against white supremacy. Smoke and hot air billows from everyone's mouth and rises to the ceiling. The room is filled with variations of the Hotep male template. Old Rasta Hotep, revolutionary but gangsta Hotep. I can't use my slave name. Hotep, misogyny Hoteps. Hoteps disguised as revolutionaries, more Malcolm than Martin. The Black Stars on a quest for a tribe of misogyny and third eyes. Suddenly, Willie Lynch chips manage to divide the room. Who has mass-produced dashiki print versus hand-sewn Ankaras? Doctorates versus do-rags. The two different corners for the blunts and papers. Everyone claims that they are on the same page, but they know nothing about the things that plague us. When I talk about the Southern Black Gothic, we know nothing about how we came up from the roots and then dive down deep. These are the things that I see in my memory. My memory is nothing short than impossible. Impossible begins with the words I'm possible. And then I begin to relapse and manifest and then relapse and manifest. This is how the mind works. We are always creating. We are always becoming ourselves. The worst part about becoming ourselves is the work that it takes to get there. And the work that it takes to get there moves at a constant pace. It is traffic, but it is high. And we are high, chasing a high. This is how we become blossom. When we blossom, we don't know what happened to us. The old us wilted, and I'm tired of wilting. But I look at the petals on the ground, and I see how they used to be me. I see how they used to be the people around me. I am just trying to find the pace, the frequency, the vibe that moves in and out my earlobes, that moves between my heart. My heart is a sacred place. I let many in and they abused it. I let many in and they left. Now I have to figure out, how do I make my heart whole again? How do I make myself whole again? I am just trying to find the whole again and then go down it. And it feels good. And it feels like a high, and it becomes the things we never wanted to begin with, and it becomes the things we never wanted to transform into. This is how we breathe, and when I breathe, I become whole again. When I breathe, I remember that I'm a human, and being human is hard. It's not something I enjoy, but when we joy is, that's where the magic happens. When the magic happens, that is where we find ourselves in reflections of other people. And when we find ourselves in reflections of other people, we become whole again. We stop searching for that whole.
That's good shit. And 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay, I might as well keep going. So we're gonna go back to back with the second round. So we got Keisha up next. So we give Keisha a round of applause. That's great.
So I've read this one a couple times. I don't recognize many of you guys, so you may have never heard it before, so I like that. So this is called, the clean version is Leave Him on Red. Don't let him say anything. Yeah, I saw his text, but I chose me instead. See, responding is a trap, so I left that nigga on red. You know, because I felt like it. Just like Sissy said, a response is the bait, taking me back to the places that I fled, where insecurity reigns and anticipation feels like dread. Where I start to question me. Like, did I do too much? Is he tired of me? Am I sexy enough? Or maybe I'm coming off weak, or maybe too strong, and he just can't keep up. See, that's where we go wrong, giving weak men the power to string us along. Let him go, sis. You shine brighter when you do. When you walk with your head held up, giving no fucks if he chose you. So, let him go, sis. Fix your crown and remember your power. You are magic, you are grace, and that makes weak men cower. So, ignore that text, bitch. Ignore it. Light your incense, hop in the shower, burn your sage, play some Ari, and enjoy your reclaimed power. Leave him on red, sis. Keep loving on you. But I ain't judging if you reply a few times. Baby girl, do you. To get it poppin' and have fun. Just don't let him shoot.
So we got Kyle up next. We got 2 sets. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I didn't really finish this piece down box bit. But it's because it's really fucking conflicting. So I know every time you go to a spoken word with some random bitch, it's like, I'm gonna talk about sexual assault. Tonight I'm that random bitch. So before, I'm gonna tell y'all what I couldn't write because I couldn't find a way to put it in words. So like sexual assault, right? As women, it's really hard for us to talk to another woman, and it's not like, hey, have you ever been sexually assaulted? It's not when. That's how we communicate with each other. Because it happens to every single one of us in any which way or form. Pumping gas at 7-Eleven, crackhead comes behind you, hey, yo, mom. It's like, I'm trying to pump my fucking gas. So I wanted to write about that, but then again, the blunt side of me is like, with our generation of women, we are catering to men. OnlyFans, porn, all these altercations we make to our body because we can't even fucking love ourselves. So how can we sit here and tell men, respect me, respect me, respect me, whenever we don't even love ourselves? We look in the mirror, we nitpick, where, it's weird. We wear clothes we want to look cute in, and also we go out and someone makes a comment about our ass. Yeah, we thought our ass was great, but that one comment from that man brings us back to the very moment that we were assaulted. So it's like this weird deja vu. Do I want to look good, or do I wear a fucking turtleneck? So I'll show y'all what I wrote. I couldn't write it, because spoken word, you gotta join all the metaphors. there's only one use for your mouth, and it's not for speaking. As a child, I was sexually assaulted, but I said nothing because I didn't want to cause disarray in my family. I remember carving a tally in a willow tree in my backyard each time, and I convinced myself each carving hurt the tree, but if a willow tree can grow with pain, can't I too? See, I found closure with myself, and I came to the realization that I'm just another statistic. 13 years later, he assaulted someone else. How can I forgive myself for doing nothing in the mouth of fucking trauma? But isn't silence an act of violence too? Why did it take the sacrifice of someone else's purity to wake up Medusa, the fire-breathing dragon, Ursula, the wicked witch of the west, north, south, east? And I carry this guilt I carry is my power. I feel comfortable talking about the uncomfortable. Me showing you this pain is my way of fighting back. And I'm a willow tree. That's it.
What's going on, everybody? Make sure you come out and support these good people. There's good art, there's good products, there's all that. So make sure you come and support. We appreciate you. One time, all the pimps in the room.
Poking just right, sitting up nice, and by snatch. Don't trip, it's real. Did you see that bounce? Or what about that shining glow? Or what about that kink that hits just right? So don't pull too hard. Don't trip, it's real. Oh, you see this drip? Or the way I smile so sweet, talk so slick? Or how my excellence greets you before I find the words to? Yeah, don't trip, this is definitely real. I got so much, y'all, you can have it. But wait, what is it? Inspired by melanin and fueled by tears? Y'all can get all this magic, it's always been here. So when you see me and you feel a little chill, don't trip, you know Black Girl Magic is real. And the other one, this is like one of my favorite pieces I wrote. It was about a guy who wasn't shit, and you know they all are, right? Either a guy who was amazing or just wasn't shit. It's never the average guy that we write a poem about.
Excuse me.
Have you ever had, let me tell you about this average ass nigga. Maybe I should, I don't know. Alright, this one is called Baddies Beware. So, with curves like fine lines, it's no wonder they stare. Without a care in the world, her aura is rare. Head held high, smile steady beaming. All the niggas love her, so she must be in her winning season, or so it seems. Everybody's dream to be loved by that nigga, since we all know one. With prestige, presence, and an amazing king. Pensive personality. Just enough to get you open, but not enough to keep you anchored. We all know the one. But baddies beware. The longer they stare, the more painfully aware you become as they run through your insecurities with lines like, baby, I deserve you. Don't you know you deserve me too? I prayed for you, wait up days for you to show you how I adore you, boo. I don't have to lie to you. Don't you see what I'm saying is true? But baddies beware. See, being bad and all is cracked up to be. They only want to tame you long enough to remind you that they are free. But baby girl, that's the true beauty. See, they fell for your body, to focus at your booty, but fail to see the layers that complete your true beauty, that your mind and your freedom were really the prize. To love who you want and fuck who you choose. Dear baddies, please do what you do, and beware of the men who make you think that your choice was really theirs. Baddies beware. Just because it speaks sweetly doesn't mean they care. But I ain't worried about y'all. If only they knew, baddies are running this game, and they can't even hang for round 2.
So this poem is about abortions, and I think it's really important for everyone to realize that men don't look at abortions as a way out or like an escape or like it's really fucking cool or that we're happy that it happens. It's painful and it sucks. And that's it. Alright. So this poem is titled Footsteps Across My Heart and the 32 Shared Codons in My DNA. You could get a beautiful girlfriend, although the title may be optional. Is it possible to right the wrong on the right side, or do those ghosts keep following even through the bright light? Do those skeletons keep hanging on? It's like even after the day was gone and I had nothing left to worry over, what happened was still wrong. What if I don't get to wait till I'm older? I feel their eyes watching like pieces of cloud light. Make decisions that you're proud of, right? Growing up surely seems great, but you agree it's no fun. If you've been through shit like me, then you know there's nowhere to run. I persuaded my way to avoid the fate of that 9-month day. But really, for how long? It just feels too great and this feeling's too strong. This poem's fucking basic. I may stick to haikus. Either way, if you don't pro your life, you might feel like fools. Sometimes I wish I didn't, and sometimes I wish I did, but does it make me a coward that hours after I ran and hid? No communication with either of them because honestly, I was scared. But in the end, I'd just be another stereotype and no one would have cared. I would never, if I couldn't provide. I would never. I wouldn't have fucking dared, but the love I would have had would have been the deepest and that would have been nice to have shared. It all started one day when I was about 11. I'm not too upset now, but I have a feeling they will be when I get to heaven. So what about your seed, nigga? I said, what about your seed?
Come on, man.
Come through. Come through.
All right, thank you very much for writing that. All right, this one's a little lighter. It's called Up All Night. Up all night, writing lyrics to beats that haven't been made yet. Because I'm not made yet. Got normal sized paychecks. Lucky if any, avoiding credit card debt. Where was Michelangelo at before he had paint? Did he remain at the bottom, resting hands on the bottle, or did he always know that he'd make it? Or was his mind like mine, clouded with doubt and shout from time to time with words of inspiration? Was he patient? How long did he let talent grow for cultivation? My crop's common but unique in its own. A few weeks then I'm home to tend to this marigold. Now, here we go. No flow here, just Andrew H. Ferris and his half-grown beard. Abundant solo cheers. I feel rejected when I share it. Not popular enough in the public eye, but it would be selfish not to try. Sometimes I wonder why. Why? Why not me? Shit, I've got more than enough charisma. If it looks like wisdom and is unkind, it's not. Feels like love, but it's not wise, it's not love. Y'all see the difference? Or are you blind to the colored pieces of skylight? You might try like opening your eyes when the sun's right above the horizon. Her eyes on my back left pocket. Pretty things may not be good for me. I wonder if I'll ever top it. Shit, I'm playing games. I wonder if I'll ever stop it. America no longer the pursuit of happiness, more like the pursuit of profit. So is there any way for me to do what I love and get paid? Or is the only way that I can do what I love is to get laid? We're all held together by bits of human fabric, but mine seem to afraid it's dry out here in the sun. But I'm looking forward to my money treeing its shade.
When I say poetry's good, you say all the time. And when I say all the time, you say poetry's good. Poetry's good all the time. And all the time. Poetry's good. I would agree. I've been noticing people have a very interesting relationships with their pets, and I gotta say, me and my cat have an interesting relationship. I don't say, look, I'm not saying I cuckold my cat, but we're a pair looking for a third, you know? She just sends me out into the streets to bring home random women, and then, you know, we'll we get into it, she'll just be in the corner of the room watching, and sometimes she gets a bit participatory, I'll have someone riding me and she'll just come up and start licking my toes, and it's the perfect blend of pain and pleasure, as it feels like 1,000 mini blades going through the crevices of her feet, and I come at climax. It's a true experience. I'll be laying in bed and the moon will be like, yeah, I did that. And then my cat will be sitting at the edge of the bed smoking a cigarette. Shit is crazy. I've been focused on getting more middle of the bed sleep this year because I find out I just get my best rest when I sleep alone, which is a shame because I love sex, but I just get my best rest, and it is interesting. Me and the young lady, we used to sleep together, and it used to be a fight, I would wake up every morning on just the side of the bed, just teetering off, one wrong move and I'll break my morning wood on the morning wood. We were able to work it out, luckily I was able to get them a weighted blanket, which did wonders for the separation anxiety, but it didn't help the sleep paralysis too much. Me and my ex, we had to figure out how to sleep together, Like, she got hot really, really fast, and I like to just be completely covered by the covers, under a coat. And so it just got to the point where I was just give her a kiss goodnight every night, and just go into my den, lift up her titty, put my head underneath her titty. It was a great experience. It was the original McRib sandwich, titties and ribs. It was great. Yeah, oh God, man. God, there's titty on my temple. But I'm gonna do poem rap shit. That was the intro. I'm trying to learn how to intertwine jokes, poems, and songs all together because I want to create my man shit myself. Yes, sir. Barter, martyr, pinch a penny for a car. Been bust broke too long. Back and forth on palm. Never been one for the bronze. More for the brains. Lanes merge, I became. Rain shining the same. Body shame. Of a bird cage. Sage and verde. Listen to what the church say. Bring me back to the south. Gather my brothers, we out. A couple continents en route. Rise when everybody doubts. I know time don't wait for no one. No fun when you're by your lonesome. Half the world is hurt and broken. Does that mean you're chosen? Does that mean you're chosen? Universal bash, you know one. Father killed my mother for the pennies in the paper. 18 years later, facing like Darth Vader. Pay my art for the pennies in the paper, but with no degree. Gifts given to me, give me agency. I got a heart of a lion that a capitalist could buy for a 401k. And this happens to brothers every other day. Like, what am I to say? I'm a poet without the copyright to show it. Text my words ferocious like they own it. Pimping money in the mixed money maze. Pimping slavery is phase, and religion is God. If you live in these states, don't believe in Jesus, just believe in Egypt. Keep so many secrets, careful who you creep with. They is deceitful, the evil, the people treat the internet medieval. Catapult a common into a catastrophe, arguing over other people's anatomy. Has to be the Aurora apathy. Athletes and activists sing, fall from the apple tree. Furious is at it again, at it den of thieves and wolves. They find gravitational pull, keeping a cool front as the seasons change. The moon phases and changes the waves. Who's high, who's not, who drop, who flop. We are the epicenter of evolution. The solution is the delusion of time. Learning to make your own mind, having life-affirming interactions. rid myself of all distractions. Time for me to take some actions. Split the house into fractions. Keep a brother on retainer. Cliffhanger made a banger. I've been on my feet, on my knees, screaming harmony. What you need is not received, so we repeat every week. It's like we broken people. Needle in a haystack. Needle in a haystack. 2 profits in a payback. 2 profits in a payback. Money on a Maybach. We ain't even age yet, but who is that to say that? We were supposed to be together. We were supposed to be together. I was screaming old yeller. Clearly I was Helen Keller. We were supposed to be together. We were supposed to be together. I was screaming old yeller. Clearly I was Helen Keller. I know time don't wait for no one. No fun when you're by your lonesome. Half the world is hurt and broken. That doesn't mean you're chosen. What makes you think that you're chosen? The universe so vast you're no one. I know time don't wait for no one. No fun when you're by your lonesome. Half the world is hurt and broken. What makes you think that you're chosen? What makes you think that you're chosen? The universe so vast you're no one. No one. No one. No one. Thank you very much.
You look like the second most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Who's the first you might ask? Promise you won't get mad because I saw her once in a dream. When I look in your eyes, I see the future. I see the life we might have had. I see our daughter. I see your smile. Now see, I'd be the most thankful dad. So what is wrong with you? What have you done? I'm trying to get words out, but my tongue is stunned. Not to mention the breath I lack, oxygen in my lungs. Would you mind putting some back? Tell me you're not smart. Please tell me that you're gay. Tell me you got a man, so I'll just walk away. Please tell me you got a kid, or tell me I won't like your life. Please tell me all these things. If not, would you please be my wife? You must be a criminal, because my full heart you've made a steal. You must be great with money, my love's no bargain, let's make a deal. To you I might not be the most handsome or the man of your dreams, but I'm willing to give you all in ransom if you would just come join my team. We all about accomplishments. We all about success. You're like a brat with all the condiments. You're like an open book test. There must be something wrong with you. In my eyes you seem so perfect. But I felt this strange before, but in the end it was always so worth it. I want to be all you've ever wanted. I want to be the reason you never cry. I want you for now and forever, only if you have me. I'd love to be your guy.
I write a poem. These are 2 verses from the song. They actually got me this Friday. It's called Stone. I'm not a smoker, but it's a metaphor for getting high, for chasing the things that you want in life. So here it is. Verse 1. I gotta find a way to escape this. Going back in time, trying to find a way to change this. How much good can I change for the better? Controlling what I can, only worried about my effort. I don't look like I'm a sheep, but I've been thinking like a shepherd. Y'all running in packs, back roads make you better. Addicted to the progress, fuck it on the fly and get high in the process. Making money off this nonsense. Do you get the concept? Or wherever I'm feeling like I'm into conscience. Am I lying to myself or am I really being honest? I've been in my subconscious, me, myself, and God, we be talking, we be bonded. Coming at me different than like how I'm responding. Isn't it ironic? The things that I've been chasing isn't really what I want. Verse 2. Fuck, it was my life. Put some wisdom in this comment, so I fuck it to enlighten her. Now she's speaking a bit wiser. But on the inside, she wanna be an outsider. I didn't think you could decipher. Gucci or design, is this really what you want? Gucci or design, is it really what you want? Tell me, what do you desire? Does it get you high enough to the point where you might just want to be more righteous? Maybe you will die, the stability in your mind, but I like the way you modest. Stepping in past time, I've been moving real cautious. I'm moving for these comments, moving like I'm moving, just really ain't that common. I got a lot to prove, never know, nigga nada. They really want these problems, niggas out of pocket, being old blue and smoking out this ganja.
Yeah. Gemini.
Turn it up. Louder. Yeah. Yeah. Let me remember the younger days, the brighter days, the days I was playing plays with my boys. We played like every day. When college reforms was the reasons niggas would see brighter days. But I'm thinking if I take this, I can make my mama's day. Mama say that I'm a diamond, keep on shining in my way. But I'ma keep on rhyming till I'm at the top like ramen. Yeah, noodles for your soul. We got plenty of life to go. At least my hopes I need you know how all this life in college goes. My dad will always say, hey nigga, no this life will test you. With no pressure, I'm sitting up and like staring at my professors like nigga. Do you know what the fuck I've been through? My place of magazine, dog. I got too many issues. I'm trying to keep my mental under control, so I keep on walking O's. This cat hide on my walls, you know how I used to do. I used to say my mama's boyfriend wasn't shit. No, look at you. I used to say that man was twisted, but I'm looking crazy too. Statements of a man who say she got niggas hurt. Them essays try to lie, except my nigga caught that murder. But the living of their party, cause my niggas alcoholic. You find your mama's peace, nigga drinks down the toilet. But that's life. I know this life seems hard and nobody cares. You thinking to yourself like man, this shit ain't never fair. But keep your head up. Young nigga, don't let up. This life gon' work soon. And when you trapped in the struggle to reach your limits, even the darkest hour only lasts 60 minutes. Keep your head up. Young nigga, don't let up. This life gon' work soon. I had a vision, a premonition. My niggas listen. That decision will lead you to the life that you don't want to live in. Right.
Yeah. Hakeem, what you call it?
A cipher?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
victory lap.
Victory lap. Do they actually gotta do a lap? They actually gotta do a lap?
No, they gotta do an extra piece.
Oh, that's right. All right, so Hakeem, I'm gonna get you to do a. He's the male winner of the competition. Be Chris.
I wrote this like a year ago, maybe. Hopefully I can catch up. It goes, Sister Light. Don't know nothing, so your mail right. Don't get mad if you die from broken tail lights. The media's gonna take a story, but you can't tell mine. We're gonna dress you up, paint you as a thug that never gave a hug and deserved every slug. Trump's like what you got to lose, just pull the plug on the life of your dreams. You're not appealing as a gloss. You make us happy as a fiend, so I'll get clean. Drink your lean, smoke your weed, get your green, or we killed you again. Make it steam, blow some steam, then we'll put it up on CNN. Say our lives matter, dispute climate change and our president until it all happen again. Do you really think you change the world with footsteps, notepads, prayers, and hashtags and a fucking pen? You think you're smart enough to break the rules and avoid the pen? Nah, I'm smart, I'll show you how to make them bitches bend. And now I got some friends who'll be the face of your end. And at the same time turn lost back into being a fucking trend. Watch my people ascend and reach zen. Damn noises. As long as niggas know where they want to be, you're not really lost, man. You're just where you gotta be. Go forward like a boss, turn your mind into a lottery. Always move actively, never forget your strategy, and always scream fuck, fuck, fuck social fallacies.
Actually, neither am I. Actually, I was like, I don't want to end these people on a sad note, but actually, all I got is shit. So I'm gonna do this poem, and there's some who can relate, there's some who can't, but that's just what it is, and it is what it is. I was raised in a sandbox next to you and her. She was holding the handgun. You were giving birth to a baby to be born just like me. I wonder what it's worth. I wonder if you knew you were a role model to me first. And next thing I woke up in the morning and seen you on the news, looked in the mirror and realized that I had something to prove. You told me, don't be like me, just finish watching cartoons. Now all I see is Wile E. Coyotes in the room. Dear Father, I don't mean to take up too much time, and I've been to enough therapy sessions not to ask the same questions like who, my mother, where, the bedroom next to mine, why, money, choice of weapon, up close and personal. For some time I noticed that my progression has been teetering on the silver line of my past, and potential sentimental mood swings off the deep end. It deepens when I find out little things like you never signed my birth certificate, or you read my messages and never responded. For some time now, my brothers and I have a prison pipeline running through our veins that leads to you causing penitentiary poems. Pay attention to me poems. Dear Pops, you make my life a little complex, and I don't know if I should keep going. Uncles tell me you're a real lady killer. You could charm your way into a woman's heart so much that you could make it stop beating. Mama said that you left her breathless, but now she is a breath less alive. When you had your hands around her neck, is that what you meant by you never let her go? Get rich quick schemes for life assurance, but you left my life no assurance or parents or a home or a stable mind. Therapy made me condescending. Church made me feel like a victim of God. The Holy Trinity, like you're the Father, I'm the Son, and you're the Mama, the Holy Ghost. The only thing that seems to help is poetry or distance, or my reason for leaving seems mundane. Lord, let me be not the artist, but the art itself. Not the lover, but the love that helps. Not the man, but the soul. Not the hand that you hold, but that feeling that you get when you stand on your own. And I know it's as much as the sand in the Gulf, but luck is a bluff that I'm willing to fold. In my next life, hopefully I don't remember this one, so I can avoid the noise that distracts me from our passion. Who am I kidding? I spent half of yesterday wishing you called, even though you have no idea who I am. I used to know you better than I did. I'm tired of feeling emotionally homeless like I did. Something so wrong. No one I know knows what I go through. Sometimes I feel like a David in a maze made of Goliaths, and all I got is a pocket full of rocks and this busted ass slingshot and a smirk that says try it. It's the scene of the wreck and see the one survivor climbing out the mess that is my life. I am not suicidal, what my brother is. Depression runs in my family like it's dying to get away. The thing about finding something invisible is you never know whether or not the weather is hot. Can you feel it? Do your teeth hurt? Can you feel your fingers? I've come to grips with the throttle of the idea that it is impossible to be impossible, because at the beginning of the words impossible is the word.